the weakest group of this U.S. men's national team. Would you guys agree with that?
Most certainly. I mean, obviously, like I do actually think the world of Miles Robinson, right? I do think he's a talented player. So like, even though they're both MLS players, him and Aaron Long, Zimmerman and Robinson looks a whole heck of a lot different than Zimmerman and Long. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's really nice.
DPG, 10-year season ticket holder, joins to spit a little fire on the U.S. men's national team decision and Uncle Gregg's decisions. How you feeling, DPG?
I'm feeling good. I only have a couple of minutes. I figure I'll say hi and say my piece or say my opinions on certain things. And yes,
all right, spill your guts. We'll shut up. We'll listen. Go.
I mean, is anybody really surprised on Gregg's decisions?
Yes, very.
A few.
I mean, what was the big surprise for you guys?
Haji, right?
Well, I mean, you have Pepe out of the picture, so I figured he might need someone else as a backup, which is fair, I guess. I mean, like I said, like the one thing that's been kind of going on the past couple of weeks is that we have a lot of USMNT fans like really excited about this World Cup, and they have, I guess they probably have like a false narrative that this team is going to do really good. I don't have such, grandeurs about this USMNT team. I think this should be used as a practice run for 2026. I think there's still a lot of issues with this team that probably will not be resolved under Gregg Berhalter. I think the player quality is not that great either. And what I mean by that is I get, I dare to say all of them.
Go for it. That's fine.
So like I mentioned this before, there's nobody on this team that sticks out to me like that screams, potential leader or star player.
What about Reyna, Pulisic, McKennie, and Adams and Aronson?
Okay,
I like Aronson.
So Reyna is struggling with injuries.
True.
Pulisic sitting on the bench.
That doesn't mean anything, man. Like, there's plenty of players that sit at a bench on a team and then move to another team and they're world class again. You know what I mean?
But until that happens, he's sitting on the bench.
True.
Until that happens, until he becomes a star in like Newcastle United or some random Premier League team,
Leeds,
until that happens,
Leeds might come in.
Brendan Emerson. I mean, he's not really. He's a hardworking player. I wouldn't necessarily call him a star player. Weston McKennie is probably the only guy that's kind of like the outlier where he's getting regular minutes. He's playing, but
time out, DPG. I'm going to push back a little bit on the Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson. They are starters for Leeds.
Yeah, but this is. So let me ask you this. I mean, you talked about this last week. If Jesse Marsch wasn't the coach, do you think those two guys will start?
Damn.
Yes.
I don't know.
Dude, maybe they might not have gotten the opportunity, but at this point, you already have teams talking about trying to transfer for those two. But they were given the opportunity and they have proven.
That's a good point, but would the coach, insert X, not American Jesse Marsch, would they have gone out of their way to go, I need Tyler Adams, I need Brendan Aronson, I will gamble my career on them?
Well, no. I mean, you had Bielsa ready to gamble his career on Aronson because there was Jesse Marsch got hired long after they were chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Bielsa's out of a job, and guess and that's not to say. I mean, again, these guys, maybe in a year or 2, 3 years, they might be actually regular starters on a regular Premier League team.
Yeah.
Not on a team that's fighting relegation that probably needs every
they
tool
beat
at their
Liverpool.
DPG, can I cut you off for a second?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. I said this earlier. Leeds is a striker and a couple good defenders away from being a mid-table team. That's all I'm going to say.
And
you're right.
Connor, do you think that is Brendan Aronson and Tyler Adams a part of that mid-table team as starters? Is my question.
As starters, yes, because I would much rather have them start at a lower mid-table team, and start and getting regular minutes other than just sitting at a top table team and rotting on the bench.
Makes sense. Back to Tokyo and back to DPG.
I'm telling you this: there are one center back, and Patrick Bamford playing like he did 2 seasons ago, from talking about Europa League.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Are these two guys? Are any of these two guys? Are any of these two guys game changers? Like,
yes.
Do they?
Brandon is. He does strike me as a game changer. Is Tyler a game snuffer outer as a
Tyler
defensive
Adams
midfielder?
Is a leader. He should wear the armband.
Is this the kind of guy that will? I was gonna say, is this the kind of guy that will game change like a quarterfinal game of a World Cup?
No,
I think I'll say this. Hold on, I will slightly push back on that. You know who he is? Everybody's gonna be mad. Fred. He's the guy that Fred.
Manchester United Fred?
Yeah. Tyler Adams is Fred. He's the guy everybody's going to hate when they want to hate, but he's the guy that keeps getting picked by every coach who sees him. Because you know Fred's going to start for Brazil too, right? You know what I mean?
Is he Fred?
He's the one who gets no respect, who every coach knows is good and is going to continue to play him, but all the fans are going to complain about.
Fans are going to bitch and moan no matter what.
What position? What position is Brendan Harrison playing on this USMNT team?
That's the question.
That's
the
winger?
I think
That's the best part.
Can I say this?
Go for it.
Yeah.
This is a great conversation. I love you guys.
Here's what I think. I think Gio Reyna starts. That's a must. If Gio Reyna can't go 90 minutes, I'd put Brendan Harrison in his spot. To me, that's where Brendan Harrison is at his best. Playing that 10 position, getting forward, playing in the midfield. I think he even said that himself. He likes to play in the midfield.
I'm excited about the midfield because of this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't lose any opportunity to win. You have the equal amount of opportunity to win if you either go MMA, or if you do McKinney and Tyler next to each other with Reyna in front of them, or you do McKinney and Tyler next to each other with Aronson in front of them. And then that's the thing is, like, when you need to give Timothy Way a blow, you then put Reyna and/or Aronson out there.
Hold on. No. Backtrack. We're not just going to pretend like you didn't just say that.
What's a measuring stick? Because
the
reason the reason I'm asking is because if we're going based on how this team will line up against a CONCACAF team, then we have false expectations there. This team struggled against Saudi Arabia, and what was the other friendly?
Costa Rica?
Japan.
No, the recent Japan.
Nippon, as they like to refer to themselves.
Ooh, this team struggled against those two national teams. Right?
Yeah, but what I was referring to is when Tokyo said blow off Timmy Weah, and that's where I was going.
And the reason I say this is because if they're struggling against and granted it's a friendly, nobody takes it seriously.
Right. Less serious.
But they're about to face tougher competition than those two. They're gonna go face England. They're gonna go face, to a certain extent, Wales. I mean, in terms of competition, and God forbid they lose against Iran, which will make great propaganda for them back home.
Gosh.
Well, they're not bad. They're not a bad team. Like, we can't just look at them like a guaranteed 3 points.
No, it's not. They're not a bad team. But,
well, here's the thing that I'm getting at is they're good enough that it's just the couple bounces of the ball. They could literally run the table and beat all 3 of these teams, like, legitimately, with just a few bounces going their way, or they could go 0-3 with a few bounces going those other teams' way. All 4 of these teams are very solid.
DPG, what are you seeing as the weakest part of this U.S. men's national team, besides the coaching?
The fact is so as we mentioned before, like the center back position, despite the fact that we do have a veteran in that position, that we might use as a lineup for experience purposes only. The guy's in his mid-30s already.
Mhm.
I don't know how good he's gonna do with fast strikers, especially English fast strikers.
Yeah.
Marcus
You mean the ones he
Rashford.
plays against every week?
I know. Yeah.
Can I say something about Iran?
Say it.
And let me drop
So
for a second. I'll come back.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So from what I noticed about Iran is they like to play defense, and they like to sit in a low block, and they won't have much of the ball. They'll give you all the possession, but the problem is
Take it.
they hold a tough line, and they sit in a low block, and they sit there and they say, if you're going to score a goal, you got to get past us first.
Oh gosh,
That's
those
what I've
teams,
noticed.
those teams are always difficult.
That
Yeah, that's
Iran
what I've
game might
noticed
be
about-
the game you start Gio Reyna in the midfield, and you
Mhm.
actually you start Reyna and Aronson next to each other with Adams behind him, and sit McKennie and bring him in later.
Do you put
That might be
Ream in
that
that game? Do you put a slow plotter and defense for that
most
game?
certainly. Yeah, you put your two slowest center backs in that game.
There you go.
And actually, here's a real quick question. They have a really good striker who plays for Leverkusen, but I heard he went down
Leverkusen.
in the last game. Like, do
And
we
they-
know if he's even like fit?
And they have a real good striker who plays for Porto too in the Portuguese league. I can't think of his name right now. Isn't that awful?
No,
plays
it's
for-
not.
He plays for Porto.
I mean, that's not a bad team.
It's a good team. That's an ex Cristiano Ronaldo team, isn't it?
Ronaldo played in Sporting.
Yeah,
Sporting,
no,
that was
Sporting
Sporting
Porto
Lisbon.
won the Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
And Jose Mourinho. I like that meme. What a meme.
Do you remember Special One TV where they had the Mourinho puppet?
No, but I want to see it because it sounds hilarious, and I want
Oh
it.
my god, dude, I'm old.
I want it. I will. If you
The boy Wayne, quote unquote, the boy Wayne would call into his show, right? And it's obviously Wayne Rooney, and all this stuff. It was hilarious, man. It was back from like 06 or 07 or
Oh my
whatever. It was from a
goodness.
while ago.
I might have to pull that up on stream here in a little bit because that sounds freaking classic.
I think it was called Special One TV.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And like it was when Sven Goran Eriksson was coaching England, and he would like a running like "shut up, Sven" joke.
That was a tragedy. They should not. Why did they have that guy coaching?
Speak of England, England really